Well, all right. It is another glorious Wednesday, and you know what time it is, baby. So get your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea, and you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meach. Hey, babies, what's going on, all my tea sippers out there? Yes, yes, and yes, and yes, and yes again for all of y'all who have that burning question: is it hot? Hell, yes, it is hot. Down here in the ATL, we're busting about a good 93 degrees today, and the humidity is going to take us through changes. I'm glad that I wear a bald head now, because back in the days when I used to fry and dye and lay my hair to the side, it would be one old hot mess right about now. Woke up to it being 75 degrees this morning. So that there is that. But we're going to keep things moving right along. I'm very grateful and thankful to have another day on this side of creation, and I'm sure you are as well. Thank you for all of your love and your support. If you're online right now listening through the computer and wish to chime in on the conversation, please feel free to dial in at 1-347-205-9183. That's 1-347-205-9183. If you're over there on the computer and wish to go into the tea room or the chat room, it is now open and available for discussion. I'm going to ask that you dish your tea over there responsibly. Please remember this is the written word, and a lot of times we tend to put our own inflictions and things on the written word, and we tend to get upset and all of those kinds of things. And so just dish your tea over there responsibly. It's all right to disagree, just don't be disagreeable. I don't want you throwing your computers and things out of windows or into walls or all of that kind of nonsense, okay? So having said that, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or wish to seek the counsel and advice of yours truly, feel free to email me at bigmeach@dishingtea.com. Once again, that's bigmeach@dishingtea.com. We do have the website that's in development, so yes, the official .com website will be up and running shortly, and I will keep you guys posted to that. But until then, feel more than free to go over to the Facebook page and just Google us at Dishing Tea with Big Meach, and you will catch us there. Now, listen, let me tell you about this Facebook page, because it's two different pages that's going to come up. One is going to say entertainment, one is going to say radio. Both of them are mine. It's just that I had a faux pas with Facebook, and when they disabled one of my pages, my main page, I recreated a second page, not knowing they were going to reinstate the old pages. So that's why you're going to see the two of those. So don't get misconstrued. Both of them are mine. The one I mainly go to is the one that says entertainment. So that way you understand. So, yeah, you can go there. Once you search it, Dishing Tea with Big Meach, go to the one that says entertainment, not the one that says radio, because that's the one I look at the most, okay? So I said all that, ha, ha, ha. Now, let me put my disclaimer here. This show is for mature audiences, and the language and subject matters are not appropriate for children or anyone who is not mature enough to handle the subject matters. Your listening discretion is advised. I will repeat that. This show is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters are not appropriate for children or anyone who is not mature to handle the subject matters. Your listening discretion is advised. Now, all of you who know me, y'all know I have a potty mouth. I make no excuses for it. So this is my warning to you. If you're at work or if you're somewhere where it may not be appropriate, you may want to turn your volume down and put your headphones on. Because as I tell you every week, honey, you bitches are not going to sit up there and email me, talk about me, do this and the other, because you were irresponsible and did not govern yourself accordingly. This is your warning. Govern yourself accordingly, honey. This is your listening discretion. Today's subject may be very easy for you today, so I'm not expected to go off the deep end or whatever. So you may not have that problem today. However, consider yourselves warned, okay? All righty then. Now, today's show, I called this show, I Want My Gay TV. We're going to celebrate, and let me say this, I should have said this at the top of the show, but you know, June has been officially declared, finally, by President Barack Obama, my president, I love my president, that this is officially National Gay Pride Month. And so I wasn't on the air last week. I had a few things that I had to do, so I wasn't able to come on and be with you. So I'm going to officially kick off the National Pride Celebration with today's show. So all of the information that you hear today, I am going to encourage everyone to go ahead on and to let your rainbow flags wave and be proud and understand that you, as a person who are of LGBT culture, well, what is it now? We're alphabet soup, LGBTQI and A. And the Q, lesbian, gay, bi-attractional, transgender, questioning, intersex, and allies. That's what, okay, so we know what that means. But this is our month to celebrate and to let it be known, honey, that we are human, we are people, we have lives, and this, that, and the other. Now, Black Gay Pride Celebration, that's a whole separate thing that's coming up, and we have several that's across the country at different times. But June is considered now, has been officially ordained as the National Gay Pride Month. So, having said that, my guest today, we're going to go into an area that, wow, as an entertainer and an actor and a performer, you know, there are not many positive role models and things in that arena for us. And my guest today, we're going to talk about his foundation and what the foundation is looking to do as far as bringing more of that kind of thing to the forefront and into mainstream so that we can be a part of the collective, yet still recognize our individuality. Now, before I get into all of that, I do have a couple of sponsors that I need to say hello to real quick. And without them, there is no me. So let me start off and say hello and thank you to Trade Day Management and PR firm. At Trade Day, enjoy a touch of Southern hospitality with a universal appeal. For all of your public relations and entertainment management needs, contact Travion Davenport at 678-523-3088. That's 678-523-3088, or email her at tradedaypr@gmail.com. That's tradedaypr@gmail.com. Pharaoh's Treasure Box, fine art, unique jewelry, and sensational 3D silk floral arrangements, creations by Taps. For all of your decorative needs, contact Pharaoh's Treasure Box at 248-688-5178 or 5179. That's 248-688-5178 or 5179, or email at Pharaoh's Treasure Box at Comcast.net or Pharaoh's Treasure Box at Yahoo.com. Parisian Wine Productions, music to lighten your spirits and lift your soul, specializing in gospel house music and inspirational dance music production. For all of your Christian or church social needs, contact Paris Hairston, the CEO, at 646-243-9396. That's 646-243-9396, or email at paris42268@yahoo.com. That's paris42268 @yahoo.com. Each of the Dog Couture. Enjoy high fashion with a luxurious twist. Step into the future with fresh, innovative couture, designs by Miss Meachy DeVale. For more information, contact Meachy at 313-996-9807, 313-996-9807, or go to facebook.com/Meachy DeVale, MICHIEEDEVALE. The Big Brothers Network, an online web magazine designed to show the world and class the style of the debonair man of size and his admirers. Go to www.bigbrothersnetwork.com for the latest edition. In fact, we're in our one-year anniversary now, so you can catch the latest edition at www.bigbrothers, that's BROTHAS, network.com. The Caribbean Boys Enterprises. We cater, promote, entertain, and provide special services with the Caribbean swagger. Island flavor on the mainland. Bam, bam. Mr. Silvano T. DeMarco is the CEO and founder of the CABC. For more information, please contact Silvano at Caribbean Boys with a Z, ATL, at yahoo.com. That's Caribbean Boys with a Z, ATL, at yahoo.com. Or on Facebook, go to facebook.com/Silvano T. DeMarco. That's SYLVANOTDMARCO. Kissing After Dark, Atlanta's premier social events for those who are tired of the same old party scene. These premier events are across the ATL where the grown and sexy can become the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on and upcoming events, go to facebook.com/Kiss in After Dark. That's Kiss in After Dark. Swirl Films, the #1 urban film production company specializing in all areas of film production, including directing, producing, script writing, budgeting and scheduling, production assembling, and post-production. For more information, contact Eric Thomasounis, Russ Parr, or Keith Neal at 910-798-2934, 910-798-2934, or go to the website at www.swirlfilms.com. All right. Now, as I've said, today's show, we're going to go into a little lighter area, but a very important area of the development of our community, because for far too long we have seen the progression of LGBT culture. However, we have not seen positive progressions on a whole as far as the diaspora is concerned. And yes, I believe that gay culture is a diaspora because we have been ostracized and all of those things for quite some time. And my guest today is going to introduce to us his foundation and give us the plight of what the foundation is and exactly why we feel that this foundation is needed. Mr. Shahid Manning is going to come on. He is a self-proclaimed gay rights activist, and also he is an openly gay actor, has been in the business for some time now, and has recently developed this foundation entitled the Millennna Scope Entertainment Foundation, which is a new nonprofit organization that we're going to get into. And, okay, I'm sorry, my screen just went blank on me. I just pulled it back up. Thank you so much, Blog Talk. All right, we're going to get things right into it, and we're going to go right here to Mr. Shahid Manning. Darling, hello there. How are you, baby?
Big Meach, hello, how are you? I was impressed. I love that intro.
Well, thank you.
Honey. I was saying to myself, Big Meach needs to be mouthpiece for the foundation. My goodness, you do that better than I do.
Well, thank you, darling.
I mean, I love the intro because you talk about all these wonderful things about diaspora. We are a diaspora. Yes, say it with gusto. Absolutely, 110%. But I want to backtrack. I made some notes of my own from this intro. I loved it. So 93%, 93 degrees and humidity. Is that what's really going on in Atlanta today?
Yes, it is, darling.
What?
Yes, it is, and like I'm asthmatic, so we have the pollen count. They done told us it's at like for those who have respiratory illnesses, they're telling us not to go outside today, or at least wait until the sun goes down because it could be really bad for us. So yeah,
let me tell you something. I would pay good money, and I'm going to put this out there. I would pay good money to see you when you used to wear your hair flash bash and tan to the side.
I got a couple of pictures. I'm going to have to find them and put them on Facebook. Oh, my God.
Yes, I was going to say that. You have
good evening.
You do that for me, I would really be happy. I'll be on the show again.
Okay, I have to find a couple of those pictures, yes. But, yeah, my little blowout pressing curls, and then when I got more developed, I had my pin curls and all of that. Yeah. Back in the days when I thought being fabulous was the in thing, you know.
Well, you know, I used to have long hair a long time ago around the Prince time. I'm not going to say how old I am, but, you know, I look pretty.
Yes, that was, yeah, I get it completely.
One other question. So you said LGBTQ, and you added, for two things, you added two other letters I didn't know about, so I'm learning something from your intro, too. And then you use a different word for the Q, because I thought the Q was queer. Tell me how that goes again. LGBTQIR? What is it?
IA.
IA.
Lesbian, gay, bi-attractional, transgender, questioning. Yeah, they use it questioning and queer, so it's both.
Oh, okay.
Intersex is the I, and the A is for allies.
Well, I like that. That's new to me. I love it. But bi-attractional?
Yeah,
that must be a thing. I've never heard.
Here's the. It's being coined, and the whole idea of saying bi-attractional and homo-attractional and hetero-attractional is to remove sex out of the play, because a lot of folks get hooked up on sex. And it's not just sex. All of the thing that makes us who we are is our attraction to each other, because that's the part that's innate. We can't help who we are attracted to. So in order to use more inclusive language, they're removing sex from the words and are looking to introduce bi-attractionality, homo-attractionality, hetero-attractionality, and remove the sex out of it.
Okay, see, I thought we were dishing tea. I didn't know we was doing psychology on this show. Work it out. That's getting really deep. This right. We got teas on the show. That's fantastic. I never heard that. I want to know where you heard that from. That's fantastic.
Actually, that coin came from a wonderful, wonderful dear friend of mine who's a friend of the show and was a guest. Her name is Dr. Kofi Domage. She's out of Detroit, Michigan, and she is a licensed psychologist, and she's a part of damn near every woman's movement across the country. She's at everybody's thing, and you know she's very, 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 very big on women's liberation and being lesbian herself. You know, these are some of the languages and stuff that she's come across in her studies and things and implementing. So I credit all that to her, Dr. Kofi Domage.
So I was right.
AKA Dr. Amory Robinson. Mm-hmm.
So I was right. There is a PhD influence in that remark. I like it.
Exactly.
Okay. So I'm ready to talk about queer TV. I'm sorry.
Okay, then let's...
What's the Q again?
We're queer and questioning.
Questioning.
We have a lot. Well, we have a lot of folks that are in the ambiguity stage. You know, they're not exactly sure what they are. And one of the things, this is a good discussion for Gay Pride Month, because a lot of people don't really understand it. And so you have gay on one side of the spectrum, you have hetero-attractional on the other side of the spectrum, but right in the midpoint would be bi-attractionality. And in between these spectrums, if you're familiar with the number line, everything else exists in between. And the lines can blur so faintly to where we're so busy worried about one of these three boxes and we never look at the in-betweens. So a lot of the folks that are questioning are on one side of this spectrum or another and have not really put any definitives or anything because they don't know and really trying to understand it. And we as a young, as civilization, we're still evolving and expanding on what sexuality is, so we really don't have all of the explanations. We're still learning as we go. So that's what that's all about.
That's fantastic. Again, that is very, very, very intellectual for a show called Dishing the Tea. I love it. I love it.
Well, honey, you're going to get the tea in all forms, honey. I don't just go Earl Grey, and I do celestial seasonings and things.
It's like this Earl Grey tea, too, right? Okay.
Okay. So
I love it.
So now let's start with your background, because since you're backtracking and getting a couple of things, let's start with Mr. Shahid Manning. Because
who am I, right? Okay.
Who are you, and take us through some of your career as an actor, being in this business, and then as an openly gay actor, and an openly gay African-American actor in this business.
Okay, I will. So for me, some of the things that were just key in defining who I was through life. Number one, I grew up in the 70s. I guess I have to say that to make my point. And I had the wonderful blessing to be born to a woman who was probably 40 years before her time. And I say that because she accepted me when I was 14. I mean, stock and barrel, right? So I'm being raised by a single mother. She's a super top model, probably because she was in the entertainment field, right? And she was sheltered her whole life. And she looked at 3 boys, and I was 14 when she did this, and she said to us, in the 70s, this is unheard of. I mean, we could have a whole other show about this. I love my boys whether you bring home men or women. I mean, it just blew me away, right? It was out of the blue. And her rationale, she's like my angel, I'm telling you. Her rationale was, this is how my mom solves problems. She's very much like me. She solves problems by doing this. If something was wronged to her, she tries to right it for the next person. And there's 2 ways to solve problems. Either you perpetuate things or you change things. She's a changer.
Mm-hmm.
Changer. That's why I mentioned that story, because that's part of why I started the foundation. So my mom was my angel. She accepted me in some fun things. I was able to bring boys home and stuff like that. Again, unheard of, even in a liberal family. I won't get into that, but my mom is like the basis of the person who I became. I had never had a problem with my sexuality because of her. Okay, so
dig it. I said dig that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't that great? That's fantastic. I love her. I love to pay homage to my mom for that reason every time I do an interview. So fast forward, right? So I'm Shahid, and I went to Howard University. I enjoyed that. That's another show all for itself. Give a shout out to my boyfriend. He was both the football player, the football player, the baseball player, and the wrestler at the school. He was the only triathlete. I loved him. And again, he was very sexy. Again, I was okay with my sexuality. It was so interesting that my mom always said to me, people aren't going to care about who you are for longer than a couple of minutes because they got 1,000,001 things of their own to do. Trust me, anybody who's feeling like they can't come out or be themselves are just because they're creating their own hell and been told that. That's not true. You come out, trust me, you're not more important than my kids, my money, my next date, what I'm going to eat tonight. Trust me, you're not.
How about it? Right.
She was very right. So I've always been in the theater and stuff, and I loved it. But it's very difficult to make it in the theater, especially if you're openly gay. And so I think for college, my parents encouraged me to go to college and do a vocation, as opposed to doing something like the arts, which if I had to do it again, I probably would just do the arts. So, okay, I've got a business degree, fast forward to after college, and I worked in New York for 10 years on Wall Street, and I just had the burning desire to be in entertainment, so I moved myself to Los Angeles. Here I am, and I tried to have at it. I was like, look, I want to be an actor, and I want to do gay things, probably about 8 or 9 years before Hollywood even thought about seriously doing gay shows. So I was a bit before my... The problem with being before your time is that you're spinning your wheels a lot, okay? So... So I come to town, and I'm thinking, I'll just get all the gay roles, and I'll be the gay Denzel Washington. Well, you know what happened? Oh, my God, you're gorgeous. Oh, my God, we want you to be the next Denzel Washington. And I'm like, I'm like, that's not going to work. This is why. This is where what my mom did, it's a double-edged sword. It was wonderful what she did. Nothing short of amazing and acceptable, and exactly what parents should do and what progressive parents do now. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. But the problem with being before your time is that people aren't ready for you. So here I come. I am okay with my sexuality. Therefore, I don't have any of the nuances that a straight boy has, because most of us at this juncture, if you were gay, you were both gay in your own world, but when you came out to society, you had all the nuances of being a dude because you had to survive, right? Well,
exactly.
I never had to develop those skills because I was accepted and accepted myself from a young age. You get it? So when I went into auditions, little things would come across as gay. Like, I'm going to say this on the radio. I don't know if I should, but they would say, Shahid, oh, my God, you look great and everything, but when you're handling a woman, you do it this way. You know what I'm saying? So I had none of the nuances, I think that's the best way to characterize it, of how to be with a woman in a scene. You see what I'm saying? But you bring it out there. I'm very, when I'm with a guy, I know exactly what to do. I'm probably like you treat a woman, like, dude, come over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn, you're looking good. Ass, bam. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a woman comes in the scene, and you're like, damn, you stink. What's with the titties? And oh my God, I don't want anything close. I don't want you to be close to me sexually. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, ooh, yeah, okay, right, lipstick later. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Listen, women, you are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are everything. You are sisters, brothers. When you're with a real gay man, it's just sexually, it's not happening. But I love you.
Exactly.
Okay? My point was I couldn't be the next Denzel Washington. Okay, so that was disappointing to the industry. So I'm tooling around trying to figure out what am I going to do, and I said, you know what? Next thing I'm going to do my own thing. I have to make this work. So I did a company called Blue Horizon Entertainment. It was a for-profit company, and I thought, oh, wow, great, investors will come. People in the community like yourself are like, Shahid, when are we going to see more gay films? When are we going to do this kind of thing? And this is about the time that our Noah's Ark was coming out, right?
Okay.
I'm in Hollywood. Let me get with the 2 or 3. And one of your questions is about how do I deal with other people in gay industry. My thought was let's work together. So I talked to Maurice. I talked to the executive producer of Noah's Ark. And I said, look, you guys, let's work together. Well, I mean, I love their contributions. What they are doing is phenomenal. I think Maurice is a phenomenal actor. I mean, even as a straight guy.
Yeah, Maurice Jamal.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I have a lot of thoughts about him, but I have to give him props for acting. When he acts like a straight man, I believed it. I was like, huh? You know what I'm saying? He's very good. But what we weren't able to do, unfortunately, and here we go with the end moment, is work together. I was like, we have very few resources in the gay community. People are calling for this. We need to pull our resources together so we can figure out how to do this. We could be gay, black, we could be gay, black Hollywood. We can just start it here and build it. Nobody's happy. Hollywood is very insular and individual. Patrick Ian Polk, that's his name. He wants to do his own with Noah's Ark. Don't come to me. Don't help me write it. I don't want you involved in it. This is my baby. I'm making all the money. Screw you. Don't come close to me. Same thing with Maurice. Look, I want to do my thing. I want to do it my way. Me and Maurice had a sit down in 2005 in Washington, D.C. before he was doing anything, and I was under the impression we'd be working together. Well, that didn't work out, and, so my point there is I want to work with other players in the gay community. We are so few, especially gay, black, urban gay community, but there doesn't an appetite to work together. So people by the thousands coming up to me like, oh, Shahid, we need something where we can do this. Well, the problem is that film costs lots of money, okay? So the question is, how do you do it? Do you do it from an investment perspective or what? So I got together with a couple of other very intelligent people. We decided to go down the nonprofit route, which will allow us to get grants and such. It's going to be a lot of hard work. And that way we can do that kind of thing. And when you give to a nonprofit, it's a donation, not an investment. So you don't have to have all these investment materials for investors. So you're not looking for 1 or 2 very rich investors that give you $500,000. You're looking for each individual, like you, like your listeners, to give whatever they can, hopefully monthly, even if it's $1, so that you can. So think about it like this. If we have all of your listeners give $10 a month, which is less than they spent, half of what they spent one day for lunch, we would have enough money to start producing films on a regular basis. So that's the idea here.
Okay.
I think it's spectacular. Now here we go, Meach. This is what I'm going to say this. Here we go with another moment, because here's now. In all fairness, it just started, but here's the foundation. It's a community service. It's not Shahid's business. It is owned by the community. Nonprofits make zero money, zero. I'm not making money. When you donate to the foundation, it's not to Shahid's company. That's why I changed my name on my page from founder to just chairman of the board, so you have a sense that I'm working for it, because that's the truth. Now everyone's been complaining, where's the beef, where are the shows? I have a nonprofit. You would think everybody be running to give their little $1 a month or $5 a month, right? Where is everybody? Here it is. Everyone's been complaining. It's almost like voting. If you don't vote, shut the hell up. You're going to get screwed. If you here it is. Here's a foundation for the community, for the gay community. It's for the whole gay community. It's not just urban gay, but it's everybody. But since we're talking to our folks, urban gay community out there, hello, drop a dime. Come to the foundation, like Big Meach said, www.msefoundation.org. And whether you like what it is right now or not, it will grow. It'll be spectacular things if you like the goal, simply which is to support powerful and amazing gay television and film, very simple, then donate $5 a month. Now, understand this. We can't really do too much until we get to a certain level per month, because films cost money, lots of money.
Okay. So, now, press pause right there. Press pause. Let me go here, because I'm playing with something new. So let me do a couple of little commercials right here, and then we'll come back, because you're hitting on something, and I want to go into the next line of question. So let me go here.
Hey. Are you looking for that special place to take someone for a good down-home Southern meal and some live entertainment? Well, have I got the place for you. Right here in the underground Atlanta, we have the Georgia Peach Restaurant and Lounge. Enjoy Southern hospitality and Southern fusion cuisine. This is the perfect place to dine and mingle while experiencing a home-like atmosphere. Stop by and enjoy invigorating jazz and blues music with live entertainment on the weekends. We're open Monday through Saturdays. Lunch is served from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. Dinner served from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. Appetizers from 10 p.m. until close. Sunday brunch, 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. If you are a government employee, military personnel, or an airline employee, you will enjoy a 10% discount on all of your dine-in food. Located in the underground Atlanta, right there at Kenny's Alley in the heart of Atlanta, you have the Georgia Peach Restaurant and Lounge. For more information, contact them at 404-348-4300. That's 404-348-4300. Or go online and look them up at www.dinegapeach.com. That's www.dinegapeach.com. The Georgia Peach Restaurant and Lounge. Southern hospitality and Southern fusion cuisine. The dream has become a vision. The vision has become reality. After 12 years of committing to an organization that taught liberation theology, leaving because of having outgrown the teachings of that institution, facing the crossroads of deciding to return to traditional religious teachings or to move forward in the newness of spiritual awareness, the time has come where Detroit native and internet talk show host Big Meach shares with the world what has been placed on his heart. Awakenings. Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey is a collection of blogs that motivates, inspires, and encourages a reader to explore the depths of who they are and stimulate spiritual growth and development. It is designed to stimulate conversation and dialogue as readers share their own experiences of what the offerings in the book mean to them. Whether the reader agrees or disagrees with what it has to offer, Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, the dialogue created and generated from discussions, will be a catalyst for introspection, healing, and personal development. For more information or to get your copy, please go to www.facebook.com/AwakeBigMeach or download your copy to your Kindles, smartphones, or iPads at www.smashwords.com. Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey. Are you ready? Are you ready to take the journey? Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey.
Hey, this is Silvano T. DeMarco with Caribbean American Boys Entertainment, and I am dishing tea with Big Meach on Blog Talk Radio. Bam, bam, bam.
All right, and we're back. In case you're just tuning in with us, honey, we're dealing with I Want My Gay TV. And in celebration of the National Gay Pride Month, we're kicking off our Gay Pride Month with Mr. Shahid Manning. He is the chairman of the board of his new foundation, the Millennna Scope Entertainment Foundation, that is designed to be a storehouse, if you will, of resources, information, and funding opportunities and possibilities for all those who are willing to do television, movie, film projects that are LGBT-centered, either you're an LGBT artist or actor or have an LGBT-themed project. So that's what we are. So now, Shahid.
Yes, sir.
Now, after wanting to partner with everyone, let's go here because we have Logo Television Network. Now we talk about Maurice Jamal. He has started Glow TV, which is Gay Lesbian Organization TV. I think that's what that stands for. But it's an urban LGBT organization television network that's up and running now and is in development. What has Millennna Scope Entertainment Foundation done? Are you partnering with these folks, or are you looking to be a new entity? Exactly, we talked about what the idea is, but what exactly is now its purpose and its goal? Okay,
so I'm going to start with your central theme, which is I Want My Gay TV. I Want My Gay TV. That's a huge umbrella, right? Well,
exactly.
And unfortunately, like I was saying before, the commercials, by the way, the commercials sounded fabulous. Oh, my goodness. I really do want you to do a commercial for me. I love it. I love these voices. It's fabulous voices. I Want My Gay TV. TV costs money, and that's the point, a central point I was making. So let's go down the line. Logo, for example. Logo didn't stop Noah's Ark because of what many may have thought or liked it, disliked it, whatever. Logo, I believe, and maybe you can have some other people on, I believe this is the case, that they stopped Noah's Ark because, it was well-produced and it cost money. It was a money issue. And what I mean by that is this: Logo, as big as they are, have only get like $20 million. I mean, this was a couple years ago, but only get like $20 million in sponsorship money a year. You know, the commercials and this kind of thing that runs the company. So, so they had to change their business plan a little bit. Noah's Ark was something they produced internally. They thought they could be a big production house, especially with their parent company in their deep pockets. Well, apparently the parent company's idea is that they run alone. They may own them, but they're not going to sink a lot of money into it yet. And so they had to stop Noah's Ark because Noah's Ark was taking up 25% of their income for the year, and that's just not going to fly for any show, right? So so they stopped. I mean, liked it, disliked it. That's another story. Noah's Ark cost money, and it had to be stopped because they couldn't afford it. So you've noticed that Logo has gone to either reality TV, because I think their biggest show now is the Drag Race, and movies that they license, because licensing is cheaper than producing, okay? So they can license a gazillion shows. The problem with licensing means that the producer has to have money to make the shows. So your central theme, I want my gay TV, that's why we put together the foundation so that you can have your gay TV for $10 a month, okay? And if we all work together, for example, I'll give the example again. If all of your listeners went to the webpage, www.msefoundation.org, clicked on the big red Become a Member button, decided what membership they wanted and clicked, and started giving monthly, we could start bringing them their gay TV because it costs money. I want the viewers to understand that people will say, oh, I want to see this, I want to see that, and people sit back and want to wait for Hollywood to do it. They're not doing gay television. I mean, they are jumping into the boat slowly, but if you want something now, you need to actively participate. I mean, and another branch of your central point is this. Check this out. Just let's take black people and movies and television. We are about 20% of the population. It has taken 50 years for us to maybe be 1% of the television and movie characters, right? So this country changes slowly. If history is any, measure, there will be some gay television, but it sure as hell is not going to be urban gay, okay? So, well produced any freaking time soon. I know I don't have to check my language, but I am trying to run a company. So, that said, your listeners want gay black television. Don't sit and wait for it to magically materialize. That's why this foundation is nonprofit. It is going to work only as well as the community supports it. And when the community supports it, we will make urban gay films on our terms, our way. That is what we're doing at the foundation. Okay? Now, that said, how are we partnering with Logo? Like I said earlier, we will have to have the money to produce our own shows to license to Logo. That's it. Logo's a business. Logo's not going to, suddenly, magically take another black show just because. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening.
Okay, well, then let's go here, because a lot of people are, when you say a lot of money, give us a ballpark figure, because folks may not understand what a lot of money is to run a show, particularly when you have folks like, what's that child's name? The one that just went crazy on these folks. The Sheen boy. When he's sitting up there getting $2 million an episode as a salary.
Okay.
For his television show.
Okay. Depending
what
on
are we talking about as far as running a show?
So at the top of the list, you have things like Friends and stuff like that is so popular that each one of the characters were getting $1 million a show. The show could cost almost $10 million with production expenses, right? Then you have, let's go to Noah's Ark. I don't know the exact number for Noah's Ark, but I know it was close to $1 million an episode. There you go. You want something as simple as Noah's Ark? We need a lot of members so that we can produce it, and then we can license it and you can see it. There you go. End this discussion. Or you can make something really badly for something in between. You know, you can make something really nice for $250,000, but that's what I'm talking about with a lot of money. I'm not talking about it cost $10,000. I'm not talking about it cost $50,000.
Right.
Quality episode. People don't realize everything that goes into producing a film. I produced a video. It's called a video interpretation. A lot of people have seen it, to a song. It's online. You can just Google my name, Shahid Manning, and look for No Air. That alone cost $25,000. It was 3 minutes. Do the math.
Okay.
It is at least hundreds of thousands of dollars to produce anything of quality that you're going to want to see and sit back and be proud of and say, that's what I'm talking about on television. Let's even talk about film. Films, the lowest quality film budget is like $5 million. That's just a start point. Folks, we want this to happen for ourselves, and we've created a nonprofit organization. No one of us have $1 million, $500,000, or even $200. But through a nonprofit, we can each give what we can, pennies, $10, $25 a month, pool it all together, and if you multiply that by 10,000 members, we are ready to go. Okay?
Okay, now here's a wonderful question, because a lot of folks who know 501c3s, nonprofit organizations, a lot of them, they know that they can get donations, but explain to them how you operate as far. Is this a tax write-off for them? Can we, for those who have businesses and looking for charitable organizations, explain that to them.
Okay, so 501c3 is just that. It's very simple. Yes, the 501c3 designation is from the IRS. It allows big businesses, for example, that's what corporations and businesses look for. They give charitable donations to things they want to see or partner with instead of giving their money to the IRS. IRS sets that up to help run business and such in America. That's a very smart thing to do. It's in the tax code. So the 501c3 allows me, for example, a corporation comes and says, we want to sponsor what you're doing. We love what you're doing. Here's $5,000. I give them an IRS tax voucher. They use that in their tax returns at the end of their fiscal year to say, look, here's a tax deduction, $5,000 tax deduction on their taxable income. It's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Same thing for the individual. Individual gives, and then under the tax code, this is getting a little specific because I have a finance background, but I'll keep it simple. Yes, you as the individual also get a tax write-off under the laws of the tax code. Simple.
Okay.
So if Big Meach suddenly says, radio, or his sponsors are listening, or he's like, damn, I'm one of those who want my gay TV too. I'm going to tell all my sponsors to do this. They're a nonprofit, etc. They would get a tax voucher at the end of the year. It's a complete and utter 100% write-off. Instead of giving their money to the IRS, they can give it to an organization that will help bring their gay TV to reality, to the screen.
Okay. Now, let's put this into fast-forward mode, and let's say you have a $5 million kitty, and I walked into that, didn't I? Okay, wow, that was good.
Very appropriate, though. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's say that those funds are available. How does, let's say, I want to take my stage play and turn it into a screenplay. How would I then come to you and approach you to say I'd apply for the funds to say this is my project? What is that?
All right, so we have a $5 million. We have a $5 million kitty. Meow. Right. So we have a $5 million kitty. That's a very good question. We could do a million and one things with it. So depending on your membership. So the reason why I said look at the membership, when you go to the website, www.mscfoundation.org, you can look under the membership tab, and what we have done is we stratified membership. So you can give whatever you want to give or become a certain type of member. If you're at the membership level where you can submit ideas, then you submit ideas. Now, the process will be for ideas to come to life. I will have a 5 to 10 member group of industry insiders who will review submissions. Okay, and those submissions will then be judged by them, and then 4 or 5 out of those 10, this is just an example, will come to me, and I will take a look at which ones that we want to greenlight, because the goal here is for them to be quality, strong characters, etc., or have something that could be that. So then I can use my expertise in getting good writers on it. Say it was just an idea, or it's kind of sketchy. We'll take that too, and we could develop it. The development costs money too, but if we had $5 million, we'd have some leeway for development. So we would decide which ideas we want to run with, or which scripts that are completely done that we want to run, whatever, and we would produce them, and that's how it will go.
Mm-hmm.
So people can submit. We want to hear all ideas, etc. In fact, on my Facebook page, which is Shahid Manning, I've turned it into the official page for the foundation. I'm getting into the group I like page or whatever, but I want to migrate everyone over, and it seems to be difficult to do that. But right now, if you just go on Facebook and go under Shahid Manning, it's it's a proxy for the page. So oh my goodness, did I just use my train of thought? Help me out here, Big Meach. What was I just talking about?
You were talking about going into creating ideas and formulating.
Right. Right, I got you. I picked it up. See, I'm getting old. I look 30, but I'm a little older. So people, you like that? People have been saying, "Oh my God, I have so many ideas," and I'm so excited about how excited people are. And then I say, "Great, become a member," and suddenly I don't hear from them anymore.
Okay, all right. Well, see here. Okay, now let's go here about the member. What does a membership include? Because what folks hear is that, okay, you want my money and you want me to become a member, but what am I going to get out of this outside of the promise of me being able to submit and this and the other?
I appreciate that question, but it's so interesting because we have been talking about the question. Your central theme is, I want my gay TV. So that's a complaint, right? I mean, and it's very valid. But then when something's there that requires you to give money so that we can do that, then people forget their question and go, oh, you want my money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, didn't you?
Exactly.
Right?
That's the whole reason for the question. Because
exactly.
That's how folks think. That's exactly it.
That's right. Exactly right. But I want to make that point to your listeners. People are like, People do think like that, so they'll say, yeah, Big Meach asked that question. I want to step back and say, remember in this conversation, you want gay TV. A community service has come out so that you can have your gay TV. It will require that you participate at whatever level you can. So it's not that I want your money. It's that you want gay TV, okay? So if you want gay TV, you contribute a little bit. Okay, so that's the way to look at this. We need to turn that around, first of all. And secondly, membership is different at different levels. I have, and I'm going to bring this up right now, because I stratified membership. Let me just bring up the website so I can walk you through it. So for the individual, we'll talk about individual first. You can become a member at different levels. Here, let me pull this up. And then for the corporation, we have something else. So under membership, you go to the website, you go to membership, and it says types of membership. So we have several types of memberships. First membership starts off at $10, okay? What do you get for your $10 a month? You get gay TV, and you get the opportunity, the individual, to be an extra on the set of any one of the foundation's productions that they greenlight, and you get listed on the site as an extra contributor. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then, for example, $25. It's called the production assistant membership. That means you get the option to act as a production assistant for any one of the productions, and you're listed as a production assistant contributor. And it goes on, and it gets a lot more dynamic. So let's go up to, then there's casting assistant, which means you'd have the fun of being able to help us cast. Once we greenlight something, I'll send out pictures to everyone, and people can say, oh, I like that one, I don't like this one. So that's exciting. Then it gets a little bit more dynamic. It's $100 a month. You become a casting director membership, and that means all the benefits of the preceding memberships, plus, at this level you get to vote for initial casting of individuals, and then you're listed as a casting director member. Then the $250 a month membership, you get all the previous benefits, plus you can opt to put your hat in the ring as a cast member. Then you get to really participate. The reason why I set it up this way is because people are like, oh, I want to be in a movie. Oh, I want to do this. People are more excited about participating than actually seeing, and I think that's great. I mean, it's like this is going to be the easiest thing to do once we all get involved. I mean, I will have more than enough talent at my fingertips to make this happen for everyone once people get involved. But it's fun because not only do you give and your name is in lights on this website and such, but you get a chance to participate if you want to. So featured role membership, that's $250 a month. You can become a featured cast member if you'd like, if you're then casted in it. And then starring role membership is $500 a month. Again, you get all of the previous membership benefits, and then you can become a starring role member. Your name will be included in credits, and you'll be listed on the site as a starring role. And then the last one is executive producer, a membership for $1,000 a month. You get all the previous benefits, plus considered for starring roles and featured roles. Name will be included in credits as executive producer, and you'll get invited to cast parties, and you will be invited to viewing. You will have front row, center seats of all viewings. You can come whenever you like. It's like the VIP. We put something out, cast party. You get there, you're there. You're in the front seat. You get there, you're having wine and cheese. I mean, you are going to be treated like an executive producer.
Okay. Now let me go here because we were talking about the importance of urban LGBT projects.
Yes.
Is that the primary focus of the organization, or is that just one of the monikers that you want to attack or hit?
Here's the problem with like a logo or something. So you have logo, we have gay TV, but what's the big complaint? We're the black folks, right? So
right.
So they have plenty of gay TV, but I see maybe one black person, or maybe the only black person that's on there is the drag queen and the drag queen winner. Okay, so that's fine, but where the you know what I'm saying? And
right.
So, and the fine ones too. I want to see some real serious stuff. I don't want to see some. I mean, okay, we are a wonderful, diverse group, which includes feminine men, etc. But where is the masculinity too, right? So Millennna Scope Entertainment is for everyone. It's for all. It's white, black, all groups. But it is definitely, unequivocally going to include urban gay presence. That includes black, Spanish, Hispanic, etc. People of color. Okay. It is not
people of size. Thank you.
People of size. Okay, listen now. Let me step back because I like that comment. The video that I produced, one of the overarching compliments was I made sure that both characters, including I was in it too, were at least 6'1" and over 250 pounds. So,
yes, you did, because that no air was sickening, honey. Them two boys are lovely. Yes, they were. Yes,
hey, one
they were.
of the boys is me, okay? That's who you talking to, one of them, okay? So
yes, I know, honey. Them boys were lovely.
Thank you, and that's what I did that on purpose. We will be doing a lot more of those videos through the foundation, and I did it on purpose to make sure that big men, strong men, big black men who look like men could see themselves loving another man, because we don't see that. And we are influenced by what we see. It's a human condition. Ask your PhD, psychology. We like to see, regardless of what we think, we like to see things that look like us. It encourages us, or it can discourage us. The only things we see now in gay black community, unfortunately, is just one side of our beautiful community, the gay, sissified stuff. And that's fine, but that's not everything we are, okay? So the video, purposely, I did this on purpose. This is the power of production. The power of production is, I know as a producer, when you see this, it will socialize you at some level. So people's responses were, oh, my God, two big, strong, masculine men, they weren't running around like little sissies, are loving one another, and it's beautiful and yet strong, yet real, yet, oh, my God, and the synergy between the two, that's why I do this. That's absolutely what we're about.
And tasteful, because it wasn't no porn.
Right, and
it wasn't, this whole rambunctiousness that we think that the masculine part of our community is, that we're just barbaric animals,
That's right.
It was done very tastefully.
Listen, porn has its place, but if it's the only thing out there, we're not being shown well-roundedly. That's absolutely right.
Exactly.
Only time you see, and I have nothing against porn, I watch it every day. Woo. Okay, anyway.
So do I. Okay, yeah.
Is that's the only time you see strong black men. It's almost as if, I hate to say this, but until we take control of our images ourselves, we are seen as big, strong bucks, and we're fucking each other in the ass. I mean, okay.
Yeah, so it's still slavery, the whole Mandingo thing, because that's what sells in porn. That's what sells.
Okay, and that's hot, and it needs to stay there. But we also need to add good quality drama, love, etc. That's what we're trying to do at the foundation. Not just for black folks, for everyone, but that's what we're trying to do. But people, I have to stress, it is not magically going to happen. Every one of your listeners want it to happen, but they have got to get involved. This is not just, I'll do that tomorrow. It has got we could start doing this right now. Next video in my mind is to a Heather Headley song. Trust me, it is hot. And trust me, it is uber tasteful. And trust me, it is loving. It'll have you in tears. Two big, strong black men loving one another, finding each other. And the music is powerful. You need to see these things. Give your at least $10 a month to the foundation. It is yours, not mine. I do not make money off this. I just get to enjoy bringing my unique perspective to you, to us, so that we can have everything you said you wanted, okay? Everything.
Well, all right. Well, hold on. Let me take a break here because I have to run let me run this.
The dream has become a vision. The vision has become reality. After 12 years of committing to an organization that taught liberation theology, leaving because of having outgrown the teachings of that institution, facing the crossroads of deciding to return to traditional religious teachings or to move forward in the newness of spiritual awareness, the time has come where Detroit native and internet talk show host Big Meach shares with the world what has been placed on his heart. Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey is a collection of blogs that motivates, inspires, and encourages a reader to explore the depths of who they are and stimulate spiritual growth and development. It is designed to stimulate conversation and dialogue as readers share their own experiences of what the offerings in the book mean to them. Whether the reader agrees or disagrees with what it has to offer, Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, the dialogue created and generated from discussions, will be a catalyst for introspection, healing, and personal development. For more information or to get your copy, please go to www.facebook.com/AwakeBigMeach or download your copy to your Kindles, smartphones, or iPads at www.smashwords.com. Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey. Are you ready? Are you ready to take the journey? Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey.
This is the bodyguard from the ATL, Edition T with Big Meach, Blog Talk Radio.
All right. And we're back. Oh, I'm tickling myself with that commercial, y'all. You have to really. Anywho, yes, my darling. Okay. I am. So, yeah. Now let's go here, because one of the things here is Millennna Scope Entertainment Foundation looking to create its own television studios and things in the future, or are you building established relationships with companies already? You know, down here in Atlanta, we got new production studios that's happening. Tyler Perry Studios are here. You know, what is, you know, that wavelength? What is the vision for MSC Foundation, say 10 years from now? Where do you see it?
Oh, wow. Where do I see it? Okay, magic wand, yeah. We're making hundreds of millions of dollars in not only memberships from grassroots, because that's really only one of about 10 ways we can raise funds. We'll be making money from corporations, corporate sponsorships, small, medium, large, government grants, you know, you name it. Would I love to be able to? Okay, so the idea here is to become exactly what Puffy said he became once he had that $10 million infusion from the guy who used to manage Whitney Houston. I keep forgetting his name. He's a big, powerful dude. Short, white guy, bald head. You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of his name.
Okay.
What did you say?
I said, okay. I'm trying to think who it was.
So 10 years to become the hub for quality, powerful gay television and film. Okay, that's the goal. What does that include? Studios, like you asked? That would be fantastic. Again, you know, it depends on memberships. It depends on donations. Where we are with that, all of that costs money. We would love that. That would be spectacular. When you're talking about all of those things that are the production companies and such that are opening up in Atlanta, for example, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is a for-profit organization. It's different than a nonprofit. But
right.
his for-profit is because he did it the hard way. He made that work, and he's got gazillions of people standing in line to give him money because he makes money on everything that he does. So that's a traditional way to go about this business. Quite frankly, with gay television, it's just not going to work that way. First of all, a lot of people don't, if you look at statistics, there's only so many gay folks, and then if you're talking about urban gay people, there's only like 15 million. That's a very small percentage. And unfortunately, a lot of us don't participate. And that's the problem on the grassroots level. We all want all these grandiose things, but we want them to happen magically without our participation. Even Tyler Perry couldn't exist without us going to the movies at the tail end. He's doing it the traditional route, but from a business perspective, he has investors only because he knows people are going to go buy his tickets. You see what I'm saying? So
right, exactly.
That's where he makes his money. So for us to really see, again, I want my gay TV. I do too. I'm glad you want it. For us to do that under the traditional business plan, which is the problem with Glow Television right now. We're not going to go into that, but that's under traditional business plan. It's going to be tough because we, as black folks, just want stuff to happen. We want it, but we don't want to get involved with it. And that's a problem. Okay, so if you want, I can't say it enough, if you want gay TV, the reason why the nonprofit was put together is so that it can operate with everyone involved. Instead of finding two people that have $500,000 a month to give, we can include each and every one of us can become a part of the solution. All 14 million of us, for example, you said if I had a magic wand, would we be giving at least $10 a month? That's it. Half of 2 cups of coffee a month. 14 million times $10, do the math, that's $140 million a month. We could do a lot of gay television. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's where we would love to be. With $140 million, we're producing everything that comes through the door. We can buy a studio. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But see what I'm saying? Each of us get involved. Big Meach Radio says, oh, Shahid, afterwards, I love what you guys are doing. We're going to give $100 a month, whatever. We can do some amazing things with all of us just pitching in what we can, our extra pennies every month. There you go.
All right.
Right? So I want to answer a question that you had earlier about Glow Television, for example, right? So how do we do with Glow TV? Glow TV is he's trying to be another network. Logo is hardly working. It's going to be very tough for Glow TV. But if we ever at some point had a relationship with Glow Television, that's at the tail end again. We have got to bear the cost of producing something through our memberships, right? And then Glow would license it if they wanted to. That's all. So what Glow has now, I don't want to get too deep into it, are things that were shot with someone's hand camera, and it looks like something you see on the internet. And if we want something to look like Friends or, NBC type quality, it's going to cost money. Nonprofit allows us all to give a little bit of what we got, and if we all participate, we will have fabulous gay television and don't have to wait for Hollywood 50 years from now. We don't have to wait for anybody else. We each give $5, $10, and we're on to the races, and allows the foundation to hold the feet to the fire to make quality gay television. But I guarantee you that's what we want to do.
Well, all righty then. Well, okay, I had a question, but you just answered it because I was going to go into that whole webisode thing versus, folks who may want to do that funding for a webisode kind of thing versus a full-length program of this, that, and the other. But you just answered that because it's all in the camera work. Because I see a lot of people who have, just home cameras or whatever. They set it up on a little tripod and, because they read the instruction booklet, honey. They think they, filmographers and things now.
Well,
cinematographers.
Right. They think they're DPs and directors and stuff. I mean,
exactly.
People get millions of dollars to make sure those things sound good. It's not even that. You have to have boom people that know what they're doing. You have to have people to put music scores together. And what you don't realize is once a movie is shot, there's so much noise around it, they do a soundtrack afterwards. So when you hear the people speaking, they've gone into a studio and they've talked through and acted through their lines as if they were doing voiceovers. So these things all cost lots of money, okay? And what you don't see either for people who know nothing about movie making is that to make a 1-hour movie, you've got 200 hours of film that an editor has to go through and make a movie out of.
Exactly.
Lots of money, okay? The editing
exactly.
Lots of money. So it's a lot. I mean, okay, I live in Los Angeles, and there's not, like in most towns, you have an area of town where there's like maybe 200 big homes. You're like, ooh, look at that area of town. Or, ooh, in Atlanta, it's like Lithonia. Look at that. Oh, my God, there's like 500 fabulous homes. Here, there are hundreds of thousands. Why? Because entertainment, everybody down to the person who does hair and puts the eyelashes on the women are getting paid bank, okay? So
right.
You watch the credits on a movie, how many people you see? At least like 500? Okay, so do that. You could cost out a movie by doing this. Take out the stars, because you can't take out the stars and the director, DP. These are people above the line. Everybody in those credits at least making $100,000. Then add, depending on your stars, for each star, $5 million. You're saying so, and keep going. And there's your budget, baby. There you go. Movie making is hugely expensive to bring you just the simplest half-hour show. And the nonprofit was set up so that you, the community member, we don't have to go looking for hundreds of thousands of dollars from investors. We can get you to participate at whatever you can and get enough of the community to do that. Then with your $10 or $25 a month and everyone else is in the community's money, we can pool that and start doing what we want to do now. Otherwise, you're going to be dead and buried or very, very old and unable to enjoy it by the time it even gets around to making gay black films, okay? Period.
Okay.
Or you're going to have to look at stuff, like you said, from every single Tom, Dick, and Harry that wants to pick up a home camera and think they can make movies, and none of the characters are fleshed out. You're going to be looking at what I call kitchen productions until the end of time, because no one's funding gay black film. But we have that opportunity now.
Exactly. Well, all right then, my darling. Give the website one more time.
www.msefoundation.org. I have a question, Big Meach.
Go ahead.
So now, with all of that, what do you think? Will you be supporting the foundation?
Oh, you gonna put me on blast? You gonna put me on blast on the air? Well, I'll
Big
put it
Meach,
like this.
Look, you asked the question. You screamed, "I want my gay TV." You tell me how much you want it.
Well, I'll put it like this. I'm going to support it. Now, at what level, I don't know yet. I haven't gone to the website yet, so let me go and find out, even though that you've outlined it, let me go and scrutinize what everything is. And yes, I'm going to support it because I do want my gay TV, and I'm going to go a step further to say I want my own gay action hero that I'm going to write.
Oh, my goodness.
I may not be him, honey, but I want the very first, or somewhere up in the beginning, the very first black gay action hero that's going to kick ass, blow up cars and all of that. At the end, he go home to his husband.
Okay.
And
so
this little,
I love
little
that.
picture that they've been looking at all the time. I want him to go home to the 6'5", 285-pound man, honey, to fold up in his arms and do that.
I love it. And that, it's so funny that you say that, because I'm also very sick of, Superman on down the line, everything you see, and this is because the producers know this, they have power in Hollywood, everything you see is super white man. There are super white men. That's okay for white men that are listening. That's okay, but that's all we see. And what happens is subconsciously only white men can save you. And it's very simple to do that with anybody else. You can make very quality characters where the black man or the Hispanic man or the Asian man are saving the world. This is very simple. It could be a teacher. It doesn't have to be superhero, super fine, but I hear
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It could be okay. So check this out. I'm going to say this very briefly because you opened up something here that's wonderful. So the types of films that we would, when I say quality films, I don't mean quality of the film. I mean quality of the characters. The characterization won't just deal with identity. A lot of the films you see now are identity. Oh, I'm gay. What do I do? Oh, I'm on the down low. What do I do? These are identity stories. Take the identity out and make the sexuality, secondary, off to the side. Oh, he's a private detective that solves problems. He's so fucking smart, like Fox Mulder, he saves the world every day. Oh, and by the way, he happens to be gay because when you see him kiss someone, it's like, oh, my God, he's kissing the police lieutenant, not the police female. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about. All these stories are, say, gay black man saves the world without getting into his sexuality. When you start talking about superhero and muscles and see his dick print through his pants and all this kind of stuff, that screams sexuality without saying it. You see what I'm saying? That is wonderful. That's wonderful too, and that's how men think. But trust me, the police officer, the governess in Sound of Music, instead of it being a woman, it's a man, and he happens to fall in love with the king, and how that wonderful relationship would happen, especially if he's a king and he's a governor, he's a man. How do you do that? These are wonderful pieces of drama we can have. And that's what we're talking about.
Or the tranny.
No trannies. This is a man. It's more powerful to see how a man, because this happens all the time, how a man of power deals with his sexuality through the lens of also having to serve his country or society, right?
Exactly.
That's drama, not insularly looking at the gay community and saying, oh, my boyfriend, you looked at my boyfriend, bitch, I'm going to beat your ass, or in in looking at the community and saying, or looking at self and saying, oh, I'm on the DL, what do I do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The drama comes when you cross our community with society at large and say, oh my God, how do we live as ourselves within society? How do we do that? And we could listen to me, for 100 years we could just take the movies that have already been made and put 2 men or 2 women in those slots, and it would be a completely different story, and that alone would provide us with at least 100 years of material. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This going to be off to the races. Screw what Hollywood has to say, and at their pace, we want to do it at our pace. I think this is so exciting that we can all get involved and not just sit back, but we can get involved and do it. I'm just waiting for this to take off, and I'm hoping your listeners are excited as I am, because they asked, just like you did, where is the gay TV? It is right here waiting for you to support it. That's it, 110%.
And that's the perfect close. So, all right, I'm down to the last 2 minutes. So one more time, give the website, and then I got someone that's my sponsor. He's sitting up here waiting. I told him I was going to bring him in. So,
okay,
go ahead and give the website one more again.
The website is www.msefoundation.org, and you tell your sponsors I want them to jump on board too.
Well, they heard you, so all right then.
Right.
Okay, Mr. Shahid Manning with Millennna Scope Entertainment Foundation Incorporated, a non-profit 501c3 organization created by
you, Big Meach, for having me on.
And with LGBT people, for LGBT people, and our allies to come on and support gay television and programming in film. So thank you so much for your time and for your love, honey. And we will talk again real soon.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it, honey. So here it is. We are in June. This is National Gay Pride Month, honey. So what can you do to be a part of the solution, darling? We can start by learning how to create our own. We can't always ask for somebody to give it to us. We have to go out there and to create it ourselves. And this is one avenue that we can. So mscfoundation.org is the website to go to. Go up and explore the membership opportunities that are there. I'm going to do it as well. Yes, I am. Don't you fuck with me. I'm going to do it. Okay? But come on.
Don't make me laugh, yeah?
God, I need a drink.
Hey, what?
Shit. Okay, there you go. I was on my cell phone because the regular phone, it keeps blinking. The battery is low, and then it just cut me off. I don't know how, so I'm glad I didn't hang this phone up. So there we go. Hot diggity damn boom! I couldn't talk. I couldn't do nothing. I'm clicking on the damn microphone. Like, come on, click, 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 click. So I could talk and say something. So I just put y'all on, and there we go. Hey, babies, what's that? Go ahead, babies.
Hello?
You are live, yes.
Oh, good day. How you doing? Good afternoon. I didn't even realize I was online.
Okay, I'm just a talker, and you just sit up there and just pause. I said you on, honey. Go ahead. Hey.
Good day. How you doing?
I am everything, and everything is me.
Oh, I'm doing fine. Wow. I got Tigger on the line with me. Tigger from Tigger Promotion.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, how are you?
I am wonderful, darling. Exquisitely fabulous, honey.
You sound wonderful.
Well, right there. So what's going on with Tigger Productions?
Okay, what I normally do, I throw a lot of beach parties, and sometimes I do drag shows in Nassau, Bahamas. The beach party is going to be Independence Day, July 10th. That's the Sunday. What I normally do, I charge one fee of $20, and it covers all you can drink from 2 p.m. until. It's a mixed crowd. It's not like when you're in the States, you know, we have like all boys clubs, all girl clubs. Everyone, we party together. Girls, boys, his, hers, who don't know who they are, we all party together. We have an after party. We're thinking about changing venues because of the amount of people we may have. So I guess we're going to promote it at the party where we're going to have the after party at that time. But it's $20 all you can drink, and it's going to be on Adelaide Beach. It's a private yard in Adelaide, and then we have special DJs that pass through and just touch the mic along with my good friend Tino DeMarco. So whenever we get the opportunity, we try to promote the persons in the United States that travel to get a small taste of our culture, as long as, you know, in a safe and clean environment.
All right, for safe and clean environment down there on the Bahamas, honey. All right.
Yes.
Okay, so island flavor, honey, back on the motherland. Bam, bam, baby, bam, bam. I am living for that, honey. I'm living for it. So, Mr. Silvano, you coming on up being and carrying on. You being associated with it and things, that there is wonderful.
Yes.
What is it that the American people, you know, how are you guys putting this together as far as those who want to get over there? Because I know with Caribbean Boys, you do offer a lot of tours for the island and carrying on. So how are the folks are going to be able to get there? What are the packages, or where can they find the information so that for those who want to travel to the Bahamas can party with you for this wonderful occasion?
The best place they could go, they can either go to our Facebook. They can either go to Sarita Tigger. That's SYREETA or you can either also go to my Facebook with this Caribbean Boys Atlanta, Caribbean Boys ATL, or Silvano T. DeMarco. That's Silvano, SYLVANO, D Marco. That's Silvano T. DeMarco. So you could also go to that Facebook as well to look for me, and you'll find and go straight to the website, and you can go to my event section. The event section will have the Nassau Beach Party that's going to go down Bahamas Independence, July 10th, 2011, next month.
Oh, for Bahamas Independence. All right, now we learned something. I didn't even know they had independence. But all right. All right, well. Yeah, I'm right. I said, oh, she said independence, and okay, all right. So but I didn't realize the Bahamas had its own independence. That's cute and that's sickening.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, see, you know what? That there is love, and because June is National Gay Pride Month, I wanted to make sure that the folks understand it because the kids are always looking for someplace to go. Always looking for some place to party, and always looking for some place to be adventurous. And I think on the Bahamas, they get the island boys, they get a couple of island liquor up in them, a couple of island cocktails and things. I think you are setting the atmosphere, honey, for a nice, wonderful evening. Besides, everything will be on the beach side, too, and sand and carrying on. And I got a fantasy. Well, I won't go there. Anywho, bam.
I'd like to also mention that we are affiliated with SASH Bahamas. It's a corporation that deals with HIV awareness for the gay community. So we're going to have a lot of free giveaways and nicks and knacks for the lesbians as well as the gay men. They're not going to do any talking, but we're going to have a lot of free pamphlets and free condoms and lubricants and stuff like that to, assure that we do our part with gay safe sex. Because with all that said and done, with everyone drinking, we cannot stop you from having fun, but we'd like for everyone to practice safe sex.
Now, you better say that right there. Now, that's the message. That's the message, and what a wonderful way to end this. That is the message. Okay, we're right there. Well, all righty there, my darlings. Thank you for calling on in. Give the website one more time so that folks will know how to go find everything and get more information.
Get the information.
For me, it's Sarita. On Facebook, it is Sarita, Syreeta, Tigger, Tigga, at Facebook. And they can find me on Downlink. It's Tigger on Downlink. Also, my flyers is up, and if they can't reach me on there, they could probably send me a text. It's 242-428-5476 for more information, or they can reach Silvano DeMarco.
Well, all righty then. All right, now y'all heard it here, honey. The party's at the Bahamas Independence Day. Let's do it. All right, my darlings, thank you so much for your time and for coming on. And we wish you much success with that. I'm hoping I could swing there because I've never been to the Bahamas, honey. And
That's already Big Meach.
Ooh, y'all ain't ready. Shit, I don't think I am. Okay. All right, my babies. Y'all be grand, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, darling. All right, then, the children, y'all heard it right here. They're going to sit up there and do Bahamas Independence there. They're going to sit up there and have a grand old time, honey, and I think I might want to go on to that one time. I miss Florida this year, so I think I might want to go there. Ooh, what you think? Anywho, we're going to keep things moving right along on this particular side of the spectrum. I've got to get dressed. Yours truly has been cast in a film, honey, so I'll give y'all more information on that. It's an independent film. I had to sign a confidentiality clause, so I can't say much right now. But as we get into developing and carrying on, I will keep you guys posted and updated on what it is and who I'm working with. Ha, ha, ha. Beautiful, beautiful. So with that, my darlings, we're going to end here so that I can get ready to go take care of that particular business. I'm signing contracts today. How about that? So, you heard the commercial for the book. For those of you who haven't or missed it, yes, I'm an author now. So the book is called Awakenings. Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey. You can catch that at facebook.com/awake Big Meach. And it's also available for download. It's an ebook form for your Kindles and smartphones and iPads and things like that. at www.smashwords.com. So you can find it there as well. So without any further ado, honey, you can finish all of your compliments because the tea has been dished. If you love me, tell a friend, honey. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But one thing is for sure, this thing will go on. I love you. Thank you for listening. And until we talk again, honey, you guys be a great and fantabulous day.